Hi there, on this video we're going to take a look at GDPR and the right to rectification. The ICO states that there is the right for the individuals to have inaccurate personal data rectified or data completed if it is incomplete. An individual can make this request verbally or in writing, and you have 1 calendar month to respond to their request. So we're going to take a look in Adapt at what you can do to edit and correct data. So if you're new in Adapt, you may not already know that in all of the records in the system, what you can do is you can go and edit data. So we can see we've got things like information in here on a person. We've got personal data here. So you've got an edit button where actual data on the person, you can go and change that and correct it if it's inaccurate. The other thing that we've got in the system on that person that contains data is going to be the journal. So all the things that you're doing in the system, you've got the option to always add ad hoc notes about that person. And in there, you may have put incorrect information. So how we used to have the system is that there was no way to edit the journal because the whole point of the journal is it's an audit trail. So anything you're putting in, there was no way of changing it. Because of the new rules of GDPR, we've had to give an option to you that because data must be accurate and can be challenged, you must be able to go and edit that data if you need to. Now, as standard in the system, not just anybody can edit the journal. So you need to be given the permission to do this. So if you want permission, please speak to your administrator and let them know, and they can get in contact and we can set that up for you. Now, if we want to edit the journal, you do need to go to the full journal in here. And this is where all those entries and workflows are being collected and listed in date and time order. Now what you'll see is anytime you can edit something, you can always see that if you've got permissions, because you've got a little edit button next to that. So if we scroll down just to show you, so say for example, we've got call made logged, and we can see the notes are, we've called, read the campaign role, said I would send over the job description. So if there's something inaccurate, say for example, you've put in the wrong job that you're discussing, you could edit that note and you could go and change that in here. And then you can click on OK. So what you can see is the original note was written, or the original call was logged on the 10th at 10:19. I have then made an edit to that, and you can see there's been a change made because we've got the today's date and the time I've done that on here. So it's very clear the change has been made in there. So if the candidate or the individual ever requests to see their full data, they'll be able to see that you've made a change, but they won't necessarily know what the change is. The importance here is that you understand that you can edit things if they are not accurate. So the ICOs does state that if you have disclosed the personal data that you have on this person to others, you must contact each recipient and inform them of the rectification or completion of the personal data. So what this means is that agencies need to let clients or any third parties know about any change in data or processing for these individuals. If an individual person is contesting the data that you are obtaining on that person, what you might want to do is, in the GDPR workflows, you might want to restrict processing their data, so it puts them into a restriction mode until you've then rectified or come to a decision on what you're going to do next. As we know, it's important to make sure any data you have on individuals is accurate. So now we can see you can either edit a page by using the edit button, or you can edit the journal notes in Adapt if you have permission to do so.